Okay. Hope you guys are all doing well. How are you guys doing?
I'm fine. Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
That's good. I'm glad you're good. I'm good as well. Thank you for asking. Okay, so today we're going to be talking mostly about time, and how Salah benefits time. Okay? أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. All right, we're going to start off first with two ayahs, the first two ayahs of Surah Al-Mu'minun. Whoever would like to go or like read the ayahs, that would be great. Harim, go ahead. Do you want to read the Arabic or the English?
Can I read
the first ayah? This is Zainab.
Zainab, just 1 second. Harim, how about you read the first ayah, like the ayah and the translation, and then Zainab, you can read the second ayah and the translation, okay?
Okay. قال الفلاح المنمهون
مؤمنون.
Certainly will the believers have succeeded.
All right, Zainab, go ahead. Zainab, you can read the ayah.
الذين هم في صلاتهم خاشعون. خاشعون. They who are during their prayers humbly submissive.
Yes, okay. So obviously, if we understand basic English, we all know that this means certainly will the believers have succeeded, they who are during their prayer humbly submissive. Succeeded, see, keywords, succeeded, succeed, right? We all know what succeed means, success, right? And then prayer. So you want success, you pray. And Allah confirms it in the Quran that the believers, the Muslims who want success, are the ones who pray with humbleness and like properly, like proper prayer, right? Okay. So success lies in Salah. Each prayer comes with amazing blessings, with like blessings you probably don't even like understand. The thing is, if you keep regularly putting something else before prayer, if you keep saying that, oh, my assignment is more important than my prayer, or oh, this game right now that I'm playing is more important than my prayer, or oh, my washing the dishes or something is more important than my prayer, then that thing is never going to give you success. Is playing games going to give you success? Is doing assignments going to give you success? Well, obviously, if you're doing homework, then it's like so that you can be smarter, right? But how can you be smarter without the help of Allah? Because nothing can happen, nothing at all can happen without Allah's permission. If you want to do better in school, if you want to do better, like in general, then you need to go to Allah. You need to make sure that you are getting the help that you need from Allah as well, because you can't do it on your own. Okay? Honestly, no one can do anything on their own. Okay? So eventually, if you keep putting something else, if you keep giving something else more importance than your prayer, it's going to eventually hurt you because you haven't been getting the help you need from Allah. So if Allah's not helping you, then how are you going to, I don't know, help yourself, right? So let's take an example. So there's this girl, right? Her name is Zara, and she has a class during the time of Zuhr, right? And she had no time in her break to do her prayer because there were so many other things to do. She was like, oh no, I have to do this, I have to do that during my break as well. I don't have time for prayer, right? She was always quite busy with one thing after another during the whole school day. So every single day she had something to do. She had no free time whatsoever. Okay? She wanted to pray though. She wanted to pray. She was like, "Oh, I just wish I had more time." Right? She just didn't feel like she had enough time. On the other hand, though, we have this other girl. Are my slides working? Okay, okay. So on the other hand, we have this other girl. Her name is Aisha. She has the exact same class that Zara has. She goes the exact same class, okay? But as soon as the recess bell rings, she would be the first to go pray. She will run to go pray. Like she will be speeding like, I don't know, Lightning McQueen, okay? So she goes and then she prays and then she does her work. And everything that she does after her prayer has become a little easier for her. Somehow now she's able to work twice as fast. And the work that took her 1 hour before only takes like half an hour now. You know? So it's like time is going slower for her. Obviously, time moves at the same speed for everyone, but Allah has given her the ability to work faster, right? Because Allah is helping her now. Okay? So, well, I basically just answered the question, my bad, but what else do you think could be the reason? Like, how is this happening? Is it the blessings in the prayer? Like, what do you think is happening? What else do you think is happening? Because of the fact that she prayed. Raise your hand.
My hand is raised.
Sorry, I can't see it. Okay, there we go. Go ahead, Nadeem.
So like for Aisha, for Zara, so like whenever the recess bell would ring, like she would, but like couldn't they ask the teacher? Couldn't they ask the teacher or principal if they can pray during classes because it's very important? Can Zara just ask the teacher, hey, can I be gone for like 5 or 10 minutes because I just need to pray. I won't take too long. Like, couldn't you just do that?
Excuse me, I wasn't here. I was away for a few minutes. So what do you mean? Who is Zara? Who is Aisha? What is the story?
Okay. All right, just mute yourselves, all of you, for a second. I'm gonna go over this again. Please pay attention. And okay, so Zara and Aisha, they're both part of a class, right? And both of those classes, right after those classes, it's time for Zahar, okay? Zara, on one hand, she wanted to pray, but she felt like she didn't have enough time. She would want to pray, but she felt like she didn't have enough time. She was too busy during her recess break. She felt like she didn't have enough time, right? She wanted to pray. She could have easily prayed, but she didn't have enough time. So, like Kareem said, she could have just asked the teacher or the principal for like a separate area to go and pray during school because most teachers in most schools are understanding of that, right? But the thing is, Zara herself, she wanted to pray. She could have asked, but she just didn't feel like she had enough time. She felt like she had other stuff that she needed to that were more important than praying, right? And Aisha, on the other hand, she has the exact same class. She has the exact same break. Her break time, as soon as the bell rings, she runs and she goes to pray her Zahar as soon as possible. Okay, and after that, she's able to work twice as fast. So things that only took her an hour to work on now take like half an hour to work on. So it's much more easier for her to do things. Why do we think so? You can raise your hands.
My hand was raised before, but I didn't get to see my answer. It's because of Salah and Osman was helping her. But Zara should have asked the principal or teacher if she can pray
Yeah,
Namaz in a
so
separate.
yeah, okay, so
Because
yeah,
like
it is
usually
because
if
of the
you
helping
don't
of
finish your work on time, teachers give you an extension or give it to you as homework. So so that was just excuse me. Could say she didn't feel like she didn't have enough time when she does have enough time, and like
Yeah.
plus teachers would usually just give it for homework or tell them to finish it the next day.
Yeah. So that's a good point. That's a good point. So it's basically the blessings of the prayer, right? Allah's helping her now because she prayed, right? She asked Allah for help, obviously. She made her du'as and everything. It's the blessings of the prayer that make Aisha able to work faster. And guess what? There's angels around her that are helping her in every step. Did you know that? Every single thing that she's doing, angels are helping her as well. And they're all removing obstacles from her path, removing things that would have made things difficult for her from her path. The angels are doing that. So every single time you go to pray first and then you go do some of your work or any of your work or anything that you need to do that's important other than prayer, those angels will help you. Allah is going to make sure that nothing stands in your way while you are trying to finish that task. Okay? So every time, I need you guys to remember this, okay? Every time that you decide to make your prayer later or pray later because you want to do something else, you're actually deciding to do a horrible job at it. That's the truth, okay? You're deciding to be less smart about your work. You're deciding to not get a good grade on it, or you're deciding to not care enough about it. So if you do the same thing after prayer, though, if you pray before you finish that assignment or before you finish that homework, then inshallah, that thing is going to be filled with so much more blessing that homework is going to be so much more easier for you. Why? Because Allah is helping you. And the angels that are going to be around you are going to help you understand why 2 times 2 is 4 and not 5, okay? So think about it, all right? Is it a really good decision to delay your prayer? Is it a really good decision to do something else, like do your homework or play games or clean your room before you pray? Because if you pray first, that thing is going to become more easier. It's going to be much more easier. Did it really save you any time if you didn't pray before? Like you would have thought, oh, I'll just quickly do this and then I'll pray. But it took you 2 hours and you didn't end up praying and you missed your salah. If you prayed first, it could have taken you like half an hour, right? So I want you guys to try this actually, okay? If you have like obviously it's like summer school, right? Or summer now. But if you have any like if you have to clean your room or if you have to let's say I don't know, bake a cake or something, pray first. Make sure that you have already prayed the salah that it's time for, okay? I want you to try it and then tell me on Tuesday how it ended up looking like for you, okay? So, yes, so about time. Can we control time? Is that a thing that we can do? Can we control time with like a whole entire like squad of people sitting with us, like the FBI is sitting with us, the CIA is sitting with us, all of the major like agents and spy people are sitting with us. Can we control time? Is that possible? Maybe we're sitting with Queen Elizabeth. Or no, well, she's her child. If we're sitting with royalty, can we still control time? Hadim, go ahead.
I was gonna say Queen Elizabeth sort of dead, but anyways,
Yeah.
no, you can't control. You can't control time. You're able to like, if you the closest thing to controlling time is by making schedules.
Making schedules, but actually the closer thing to controlling time, or I guess not controlling time, is praying, right? If you pray, then Allah's helping you. Allah's the one controlling time, so it only makes sense that you're worshiping Him, who will make time be on your side. If you're not even praying, if you're not even asking for dua, if you're not even asking for help from the being who controls time, how are you going to be able to be good with it? How are you going to be able to do more things in that time? Make sense? Does that make sense what I'm saying right now? Thumbs up if you guys if it's making sense.
I have
Yep,
a question for you.
Go ahead.
Like let's say you're having a test, right?
Mm-hmm.
But and like let's say Zohar time appears, but you don't know. And then but like let's say you don't know when it is Salah time because so like then while you're doing, let's say you're doing an assignment, you don't, then you miss Salah time, and then like let's say by the time and you don't know you miss Salah time, so what would happen to you?
Okay, so first of all, okay. If you are going to school and if you have a test and you want to make sure that you pray on time, check the timings for Sahar, okay, before you go to school.
But what if you
If your mom's
forget the timing?
Then write it down on a piece of paper. Write it down on
What if
your,
you
I don't know, a sticky note or
what
put
if
it in
you
your bag.
lose? But like, what if that piece of paper gets too crumpled or it got lost?
Then you should figure out a way to make sure it doesn't get lost, because that would just be a responsibility. You just need to make sure that you do it right. Okay? And if okay. Hold on. Continuing. Okay. So, where was I? Okay, so basically, Allah controls time, yes. So when you come for your prayer, when you put everything aside and you go to Allah to go pray, and you put Allah first, and you leave everything else like behind, important things or just distractions, whatever they are, Salah is obviously the most important, right? Then you have to remember that Allah is going to give you something way better in return. The fact that you're praying, the fact that you're asking Allah for help, Allah controls time, right? And you're asking Allah for help. So He's going to make time be on your side. Things are going to be much more easier for you. And I have another yes, I have another ayah I would like someone to read. It's a bit longer, so anyone would like to read? Ishal, go ahead. Oh.
ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب ومن يتوكل على الله فهو حسبه إن
حسبه
الله
حسبه it's a dhamma حسبه.
wait, what? حسبه إن الله
بالغ أمره.
wait,
Okay. Khadija.
Harim, can you wait for a second? Someone's reading the Quran right now. Ishal, continue, please.
can you hear me? Hello? بالغ أمري بالغ الله لي wait, no. Wait, where was I?
قد جعل
Oh, قد جعل الله لكل شيء قدير.
قدر.
Oh, قدر.
All right, perfect. Anyone who wants to read the English, please? Fatma, go ahead.
And will provide for him from where he does not expect. And whoever relies upon Allah, then he is sufficient for him. Indeed, Allah will accomplish His purpose. Allah has already set for everything a decreed extent.
Yes, perfect. Thank you. Jazakallah khair. Okay. Oh, my bad. That is not a slide. I was going to delete that. Anyways, so basically the meaning of these ayahs, right? Allah's telling us that if you keep your duty to Him, if you make sure whatever you are doing is not as important as Salah, whatever, before you start doing anything, you pray Salah, you pray, right? He will make a way out for you from every single difficulty. Anything that's difficult, He's going to provide for you in ways that you can never even imagine. That's right. At times, you might think that there's no way. You might think that this is impossible. There's absolutely no way I can do this, that this is miserable. There is no possible way to figure this out. But Allah can make a new way. Allah created you. He can create the problem. He can create the solution for your problems as well, right? So why don't we, right? So whenever we have a problem, why don't we turn to Him when the time for prayer comes, instead of thinking that the things that are going to help us, sorry, hold on, let me reword that. So why don't we turn to Him when the time for prayer comes, instead of relying on those other things to solve your problems? So if you think that your teacher is going to solve your problem, nah. First go to Allah. First go to Allah, make sure that He is helping you. Make sure that Allah's on your side first, and then go to your teacher. If you got an injury, all right? If you got an injury, you broke your leg. First, instead of what's it called, crying about it or going to like 10 different people about, oh, what should I do about this leg, yada yada. Obviously, you're gonna go to a doctor, right? While you're at the doctor, make sure that you're also making dua to Allah. Don't forget that Allah is there. Allah is the one who can heal your leg. No one else is going to heal your leg. Medicine isn't going to heal your leg unless unless Allah makes it happen. Okay? Make sense? Are we all good? Okay. So each prayer, that's basically what I'm trying to say, is that each prayer, every single time you pray, has some sort of benefit in it, has some sort of success in it. So don't miss out on that, because none of us want failure in life, right? Don't miss out on that, and don't be left behind, because you're going to end up on one of these streets or one of these roads if you don't end up praying. Okay? So the message behind all this is each prayer brings success, just like I just said, so don't let it go. And if you want Allah to help you, make sure you ask for it during your salah, or honestly anytime. Whenever you want Allah to help you with anything, you can even make dua. When you've already prayed Zuhr and Asr time hasn't arrived yet, you need help with something, pray like 2 nafil or something, or just raise up your hands and pray to Allah. Okay? Make sure you do wudu first, because that's nasty if you don't. And also, it's kind of the etiquettes of praying, okay? And yes, so that is it. And we will meet again on Wednesday. Hopefully you guys learned something. And if you have any questions, you can raise your hands and go ahead right now. Hadim?